So Trump just put Dr. Oz in charge of Medicaid and Medicare and Obamacare. Three horsemen of the apocalypse: Trump, RFK Jr., and Dr. Oz. Hell, Elon's probably the fourth one. So let's get to work. I am working under the assumption come January 20th that I will have no SSI, no Medicare. If I'm wrong, cool. I'm hoping it'll buy me some mental time. But I was wrong I knew Trump was going to come in and for 2 years, and it still absolutely devastated me. So the best thing I can say, as I've said in many videos, is let's get to work. If you are in a red state, this will fall medicine-wise strictly to writing the companies for leniency, and that's hoping Kennedy doesn't poison them. And that's pretty much it. If you can get to a blue state, even one like Minnesota, you're probably better off, because I did not have Medicaid when I first became ill. I lived in California, but at the time when you were 22, you lost Medicaid. And that's right as my shit hit. So if it weren't for those free clinics, I'd be dead. And I'm so glad I had them. And thanks to working with them, even though it was very crude at the time, you often had to wait 3 to 6 hours to be seen. It helped me get through Utah later because I knew what to do. If Medicaid and Medicare fall, that's what's going to happen. You as a disabled and or chronically ill person will be at the reliance of the state. And yeah, you can order meds, certain ones, not the good ones like Tramadol, from Canada and Mexico. If you're by Mexico, it's easier to pop over. Canada, it looks very... I can't sort out the legality of it. I don't think it's a possibility, but you can order them. If you have the chance, I'd say do it, because I'm not going to trust any American drug supplier when these idiots get in, because look at them. And American medicine's already so rarely checked. Every time a border place checks them between Canada and the US, some new recall comes out that there's a cancer causer in a common drug. Okay, then what else? I am hoping, if you're actually disabled, if you have the SSI, SSDI, I'd start applying for housing in any blue state you think you can get to easily, because it's based on income. And I'm hoping as that continues, nothing about it should change, although I'm sure they'll gut HUD too eventually. I feel like your housing will be a lot more secure because they'll know you're poor and you'll have that already set up, and now you're losing money, so they know you're not fooling on it. Can't promise that'll work, but if I think it won't, then I might cry. So we're gonna keep going. Putin's messing up my plan for getting the fuck out of here. You can still do 6 months in Mexico without your visa. You'd have to re-enter the United States for I don't know how long and then come back. You cannot legally rent like an apartment on that though. It's much more affordable, but remember, even without this trio of idiots, you lose your SSI if you're out of the country for more than a month. Not DI, which is infuriating. Let's put it this way, if you get less than $1,000, you'll lose it. That's a pretty good rule of thumb. Canada, you only got one shot at claiming asylum. You can't go by land or sea. So be very damn sure if you want to try that. There's many smaller countries like Croatia, etc., that there's certain visas if you're willing to either teach English or learn the local language. That's an option. I feel like if you don't need a wheelchair and you're not on heavy opioids, like Tramadol's pretty much the line there, it's an option. This is not good times. I can't even lie about that. I wish it was good times. But we're going to be much better off, if we plan like this is happening, because it is happening.